I would like to serve on town council again because I truly am passionate about this community. I'm a business owner in town, property owner in town, and I am really interested in this town thriving. And I watched for the last few years a lot of good things happening, but I believe we have a lot more to do. I believe that plaza down at Target has to be completed. Target is one of the #1 sales tax generators of our town, and if that plaza fails, we are going to be in deep trouble financially in the long term, not to mention the fact it really is not a good view for people driving down Shea to see vacancies throughout that whole plaza. It's not something that is attractive to people that want to invest in our town. So watching and making sure that I'm part of that and helping to make sure we have the growth and development that we need. I believe that my skill set, I have a master's from Pacific Coast Banking School, an undergrad from Syracuse. I have a mortgage company. I've been in the finance business for 30 years. I have leadership skills. I'm the president of the Arizona Association of Mortgage Professionals. I've been a leader in community with the Rotary, with the planning and zoning. I was in P&Z. I was on many boards and commissions. I know a lot of the people that when I was in town, Keith McMahon, Frank Ferrara, Jerry Miles, I mean, so many people that encouraged me to get involved while I was staying active in the community, and I want to continue that. So I look forward to being part of the council, and I'm asking for everyone's vote that I can contribute. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Clayton Corey.
I knew I was going to have to go after that. All right. You know, we want to be a multi-generational community, right? And I think it's important to have diverse representation on the dais, so we represent everybody that wants to live here in Fountain Hills. So I do want to be on the town council. I have for years. In fact, I wanted to back in 2019, and somebody recommended planning and zoning would be a good stepping stone for you. So I got involved there, and I've been enjoying my time there. But, you know, like I said when I did my intro, I met a lot of really great people here in this community. There's so much diversity, so much background. You can learn a lot from people in this town because they've come from some amazing places. And this is a great way to give back to the community. It's funny, I'm on this side of the Toastmasters lights. I haven't been on this side of the Toastmasters lights in a long time, but that was the first service group organization that I joined in Fountain Hills here. So, you know, everyone is very passionate about this community, and I think it takes people from the community to step up and serve the council to represent everybody here, and that's why I'm doing this.
Thank you. Next, Councilmember McMahon.
Thank you. It's kind of a hard question because there is so many things. You know, I have really enjoyed serving on council for the past 3.5 years. I would like to provide continuity. I've gained a lot of knowledge. I could utilize my legal experience. I think our town is at the precipice of change, a real positive change. We are going through a process of having greater economic vitality. You know, there's change going on in our community where we're probably going to end up with, more younger leadership. We have the opportunities to bring in younger professionals, support our schools. I mean, there are so many things that we have left to be done that represent our community and contribute to our strong sense of community. Because I've gotten the impression from people I've spoken with that they feel like that's changed and is slipping. But I'm not going to let that happen. We are a great town. We're a viable town. We're a beautiful town. We have a lot to offer, and I want to be part of that future, provide solutions, and continue representing Fountain Hills. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Henry Mill.
When Bob Burns at the paper interviewed me a couple months ago when we made the announcement, he asked me the same question, and my initial answer was insanity. The truth is that I love living here like everybody else, but I worked my butt off forever, and I've never had opportunities to do anything other than work and provide for my family. The time is now that I can help. And my life has changed and everything, but I find myself right now as independent, and I'm trying to bring a new voice, a new attitude, and the ability to listen to it. It's rather ironic as the only independent and nonpartisan person up here that I'm neither left or right at the moment. I'm right in the middle. The reality is, I was talking with one of my employees today, and he said one of the good things about me that made me different is my ability to listen and learn and take in everybody's viewpoints, and I do that. My goal is to help lead this town into the future positively, civilly, and work together. You know, if a good idea is on the right side or from the left side, I don't care. If it's a good idea, it's a good idea. And right now, I think me being on the council is a good idea. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Rick Watts.
Interesting question. So I've been here for over 35 years, and it dawned on me when I retired, what now? I didn't have a plan. That scared the heck out of me. So I started going to town council meetings, and it dawned on me, they need my business experience. They need some guiding lights. They need to know how to innovate. They need to know how to motivate and promote people. So here I am today, and if you'd asked me a year ago, I'd still be here, but if you'd asked me today, I'm not so sure. So I wonder, what can I do for town council? What can I bring to the table? And it is the business background, it is understanding, it is promoting, understanding the impact, it is the ability to talk to CEOs, bring commercial properties, commercial owners in the town, maybe persuading the Plat 208 folks that there's a better way. So those types of things. And when you talk about listening to both sides of either argument, I call that objective listening. And objective listening is slightly different than just plain old listening. Objective listening is listening without the intent to refute. It's listening with the actual intent to understand the other person, where they're coming from, what they mean, what they're trying to do, and try to find that middle ground where you can be successful in coming to a conclusion. Not to hold fast to your beliefs, but to openly listen, pay attention, and find common ground.
Thank you. Next, Gail Burrow.
When I first started, I was concerned about what was happening to our country and the polarization. And then I realized it came to our state. And I didn't realize that we have that in our town as well. As I mentioned in the beginning of my speech, that I'm new to politics. So I'm learning how it all works. And I have a question that is very concerning to me regarding transparency and integrity. Why is it that one council candidate received a significant amount of money from businesses that have financial interest in our town? And these businesses serve all of us and all of us up here. And I just wonder why they either didn't support all of us or none of us. Again, why is it that only one was given a significant amount of money?
Thank you. We're not going to be chattering. Let's stay on topic here, everyone. Okay, I do want to take a moment to thank all the candidates for the thoughtful responses to the questions. We are now going to move into the closing statements. And first up is Rick Watts.
Going the other way this time. All right, so thank you to the Fountain Hills Chamber of Commerce, the FHCCA, and all of you in attendance for joining us tonight so I could share a bit of myself with you. Please take a few moments to visit my website, rickwattsfh.com, learn more about me when you get a chance. And if you've got any questions, you've got the QR code, I'm happy to answer questions. And I don't think anybody's asked any question yet that I haven't responded to, so happy to do that. In closing, I ask you that you consider a few additional factors when you make the final decision on who you support for town council. I bring 40 years of business expertise, entrepreneurial spirit, leadership, and new energy. I've grown several businesses from startups, turnarounds, to multi-million-dollar organizations. I know how to build, lead, and grow companies, as well as lead and promote people, and will do the same for Fountain Hills. I accomplish these goals through simple application of innovation, motivation, and elevation. There's a number of reasons why organizations and leaders fail their employees and their constituents, but I prefer to focus on how true leaders succeed and suggest that that's exactly what I bring to the table. I will bring confidence to the dais through knowledge and teamwork. I will communicate and be transparent. Leaders cannot over-communicate the intended and unintended consequences of their decisions. I will prepare, study, learn, and know important details along with listening and considering your concerns. I bring ideas along with solutions and details. Objective listening opens the doors to suggestions, alternates, and ultimately solutions. I am determined to support and protect our town. I'll lead by